Hello, everyone.
Vale, ahora sí.
Hello. Hello, we are here.
Hello.
We are organizing the Jane Jacob 2021 walk between Barcelona and New York. In New York, we are 3 persons, Helena, Fèlix, and I, and we were walking in the neighborhood of Loisaida, Lower East Side, and we will try to understand the difference between Barcelona and New York. What was happening with the pandemic, how the city was transforming during this pandemic. And in Barcelona, we have two people and other people, participants, Joan and Elvira. How are you, Joan? How are you, Elvira?
Fine.
Fine.
Nice to be here.
Oh, we are very, very happy. We are very excited.
We're very happy to meet with you this time, this Sunday.
Excellent. We have an amazing day, sunny day, and we are in the crossing between the 9th Street and the C Avenue. Where are you? Where are you?
We are in Plaza Oscar Square, in the middle of the Sands neighborhood. This is a very popular place, and today is full of people drinking here because today is the first day that the bars are allowed to open until 11 at night.
Yeah, we have seen that in Barcelona, the curfew was cancelled, and now you are allowed to enjoy the terraces and bars after 11 p.m. Here also we don't have a curfew, but still restaurants and bars have to close at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can start walking when you say.
Now we are walking to a similar square than you, the Tompkins Square, that is located in the middle of Loisaida, and the goal we will start there. In 2 minutes, we will be there.
Yeah, now we are at 9th Street, I think.
Okay.
We are on 9th Street. Yeah. As you know, Manhattan has a grid similar to Barcelona.
Okay, let's.
And here the names of the streets are numbers instead of Barcelona, that the streets has names from people, politicians, and other important personalities of the story of Catalonia.
Yeah, here is very easy to know how long it's going to take to arrive anywhere. So it's great, actually. So we are almost there. I mean, 1 minute, maybe later we will be back here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you will see the street again. And I don't know, what time is it? Is it time for people to be, I don't know. Okay.
Are you prepared to start the walking? 11. It's 11 a.m. Then we are ready to start the visit. And now we are arriving to the Tompkins Square.
Actually, we are gonna switch the camera so you can see the same thing that we are seeing, okay? You don't need to see our faces now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Here we are.
Here now, we are at Avenue B. Okay. Oh, people from Toronto. That's amazing. Hello. So happy you join us. So it would be great if you can put in the chat, where are you connecting from?
Vale, ara ens posem allà avui perquè si estàs filmant
Here it's 11 a.m. and as you can see, there's a lot of people in Tompkins Square, people playing. So let's take a look here.
Welcome everybody to this comparison between Barcelona and New York. You are very, very welcome. Thank you to be here with us. And now we will be comparing the different activities that they are doing in the different squares. Here is more sports.
Yeah,
and
let's go to
and
the
also
center. Because now it's a little bit this way. Okay. For the ones that are joining us, we are at Tompkins Square right now in the Lower East Side, Loisaida. So, hello guys, how are you?
Estamos dando una vuelta, estamos con gente de Barcelona.
Oh, nice, nice.
Y ellos están andando por una plaza y nosotros es por aquí.
Yo soy de Colombia.
Ah, muy bien.
Encantados, que vaya muy bien.
Diego, me llamo Diego.
Muy bien, Diego.
Increíble dibujos, ¿eh?
Sí,
Muy
precioso. Okay, as you can see, some art in the street. So let's go this way then, maybe. Because here we don't have much people. So as we can see in Barcelona, Plaza Dosca is more for like, we are seeing some terraces, restaurants, people maybe taking a coffee. Here it's 11 a.m., so it's a little bit different.
Joan and Elvira,
Yes.
could you explain a little bit what is going on in your square?
Yes, I use in Spanish because I'm
Don't worry, you
Yeah.
could speak
better for me.
Spanish.
Yeah, sure.
Ok, estamos en la Plaza de Osca. Es una plaza del centro histórico del barrio de Sants. El barrio de Sants es un barrio que antes era una de las poblaciones independientes del llano de Barcelona. O sea, que estamos hablando de una ciudad que fue absorbida por la metrópoli de Barcelona durante el siglo XX. Esta es una plaza típica de la trama histórica del barrio. Es un barrio que tenía una componente industrial. A su alrededor se situaron empresas importantes de la industria textil, como el Vapor Vell o el Vapor Nou o la España industrial, y por tanto podemos hablar que esto era un barrio obrero. Lo que vemos es una plaza típica, una plaza dura que podríamos llamar, y que pues en la lógica actual se ha convertido en un espacio de terrazas. La pandemia, los cambios que ha supuesto para el espacio público, ha sido una mayor permisividad en el uso del espacio público para terrazas, dado que en los bares estaban cerrados, no permitían el consumo en su interior y por tanto todo el consumo en los bares se hacía en terrazas que se han multiplicado, como veremos más adelante, también en el espacio de aceras y calles. Esto actualmente tiene un éxito importante porque estamos en domingo, un domingo de primavera, mucho sol y también, como comentaba Elvira antes, justo esta madrugada ha cambiado el régimen legal de uso del espacio público.
I'm gonna just go to. I'm going to the
A
big dog
partir
park.
de esta noche se permite ya el toque de queda, queda anulado, se puede circular toda la noche y los bares pueden abrir hasta las 11 de la noche. Esto ha provocado que esta madrugada miles de jóvenes han salido a la calle para recuperar el espacio público y que han generado pues grandes concentraciones que han tenido que ser disueltas por la policía y bueno, veremos cómo esto evoluciona. Ahora nosotros, siguiendo esto, si os parece, nos desplazaremos hacia la calle de Sants.
That's perfect. Okay.
Here today, it's obviously it's also Sunday in New York, but it's a very important day. Today it's Mother's Day in the US. Then all the people are celebrating this event, and you could see here several ephemeral sculptures to celebrate Mother's Day, DG's Mother's Day.
So happy Mother's Day, by the
Happy-
way, everybody. Feliz Día de la
It's
Madre
today.
in the US.
Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Here, yeah, was the last Sunday.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, it's 1 week apart. So then if you are going to Carrera Sands now, to your
Yes,
open street,
yes.
we will go,
Yes.
we will start walking also to Avenue B, that is the open street here in this neighborhood. So we can see the comparison, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And also similar than you, we are in the grid of the city. And here we are on the lower part of the Manhattan grid. We are on the 9th. But this neighborhood is also a very working class neighborhood. Mainly this neighborhood has plenty of Puerto Rican community, and also a lot of artists were situated in this area. This area has terrible issues during the 70s due to the bankruptcy of New York in the 1976, and due to the bankruptcy, a lot of different facilities were abandoned, and these communities, artists, NGOs, and other organizations occupy different abandoned facilities such as schools, libraries, etc. Then it's a very, very important place for the peace movement, from the peace movement, artist movement, and also community movement. This is a very well-known and symbolic neighborhood of New York, the Lower East Side and Loisaida for Hispanics. Are you walking now to, you
Oh,
are,
you are already.
Not walking. We are waiting a few.
we need
Yes.
one more minute and we will be there. As you could see, this square, it has plenty of activities. And also we have the library in this area, a very nice library. And now we are arriving to the open streets. As you know, open streets and Obrim Carrers in Barcelona, it's a new urban policy to allow people to use the street instead for the cars. These streets will be walking areas for people.
So, and actually this take us to talk about this because as you can see, right now we have cars here. So here you can see that it's in Spanish.
Vayan despacio, 5 miles per hora, slow. Do not enter. And all of this process is led by the Loisaida Open Streets Community Coalition. And this coalition, it's organizing plenty of activities in this area. For example, every day there is on Wednesdays and
Wednesdays and Sundays.
Sundays.
Actually, today at 1 p.m. there is a Zumba class. Actually, it's here. It's gonna be right here after this. But as you can also see, we have cars. So can we compare that? Do you have cars in Barcelona?
Sorry?
Can you see? So we cannot see any car in your area.
No, this is close to the cars. Sundays is the day for people can walk here, and Sundays is and the weekend is the weekend. Saturdays too. This street it's only for people to walk,
And how
this is
is
a
it
super. This is a
How is it
super,
controlled?
there is a two peoples in the main entrance that is that control.
Okay, because
for
here,
the
as you
cars
can
not
see,
going.
okay, we only have some vallas.
Fences.
Yeah, some fences, and as you can see, they actually customize the fences, but some cars are still using the area.
Here, the difference between the open streets, Obrim Carrers in Barcelona and in New York, here the streets are closed all year round. That means every day. And instead in Barcelona, you are only closed on Saturdays and Sundays and holidays. Then probably this is a huge difference because during all the week the streets are closed. As you could see here, there is plenty of bars and new shelters here in New York because it's very cold in winter and also in spring. Today is practically the first day of spring. The bars and restaurants built different kind of shelters to get people in the restaurants. In New York, they were not allowed. Only part of the winter, they were not allowed to do indoor dining. And last week, still 25%. And now they are improving to 50 and more. From the 19th of May, I think there is a new law that we allow people to be inside of the bar and restaurants.
Yeah, and actually, this is really, really good for New York because now all the streets started to see this bloom of terraces that we did not have before. And this is another change because a couple of weeks ago, I think it was decided that these open streets are here to stay, right? So how is this going on in Barcelona? Do you think that this could happen in Barcelona, that these open, that the carrers oberts could stay all year round after the pandemic?
Yeah, here now it's super quiet because it's early. It's early it's after lunch. It's super early here in Spain. This in 2 hours, people it's going out, and it's completely different. And this is
actually here is similar because now, as you can see, all the terraces are empty because it's not brunch time yet. But we think that maybe around 1 p.m. here, this is gonna be like really, it's gonna be crowded. Oh, we have a motorcycle.
No,
but,
it's
no. I know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, normally this street is completely full.
The new normality
of,
here.
of cars.
yeah.
it's super noisy street and plenty of cars, and it's not a very good place to walk. But now it's super, super nice to be here because it's like another city, no?
Yeah, we can see your video. It's amazing. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it seems like a day in the middle of August. Anyone in the
Yes,
street.
yes, yeah.
That's beautiful. People
Yeah.
enjoying the city. That's
It's like
amazing.
summer.
People are doing siesta.
Yeah,
Don't say that because now people.
A nap.
yeah.
A nap.
This
People are
moment,
doing a nap.
people is waking up, waking up from the siesta.
La
And
sobretaula.
we are arriving in
Yeah.
for the here there is a street that it's for cars allowed, and you can see
Control.
the control and the merchandising for this Obrim Carrers.
Uh-huh. And we can see the person controlling the entrance right now.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's only for this street.
And my question is, when the Carretera de Sants joined this street is very symbolic in Barcelona because this street is that old pathway, pathway from Barcelona to the south of Catalonia in direction of Molins de Rei, and as you know, when the city of Barcelona ends, there is the city of Hospitalet, and in, these Obrim Carrers continue to Hospitalet, or it's only for the city of Barcelona?
Sí, mira, te comento, Rafa, y esta es la calle principal de salida hacia el sur. Es una calle que va en dirección este-oeste. Ahora vamos en dirección oeste, por eso tenemos el sol delante. Y es una calle que es una gran línea recta que va desde el puerto de Barcelona hasta la zona del Baix Llobregat, que es ya en la comarca vecina, en una sola recta que sigue el paralelo terrestre. Esta calle fue una prolongación de la calle del Paral·lel, articuló este barrio de Sants y se prolongó, como dices, hasta Hospitalet. Por tanto, es una apuesta simbólica del ayuntamiento de ensayar en esta calle esta pacificación, este cambio, que ahora lo podemos comentar también, está ensayando ya en otras zonas de lo que es el centro de Barcelona, en el ensanche de Eixample. De momento esto tiene un rango temporal solo de los fines de semana, porque es una vía, un eje central de la ciudad. Por aquí hay 4 carriles de circulación y la densidad de tráfico es muy alta. Pero ahora esto se mantiene y no llega a Hospitalet, y nos consta que los vecinos de Hospitalet quieren que esto también se extienda a su ciudad. La trama urbana de Barcelona se mezcla con sin solución de continuidad en la ciudad vecina del Hospitalet. Pero es otro municipio y rigen otros protocolos y otras circunstancias, pero los vecinos están reclamando también esta misma apertura. Ahora nos cruzaremos, estamos en un cruce que es las antiguas vías del ferrocarril que salían y que han sido cubiertas con una zona peatonal, una pasarela que también tiene un gran éxito, y que si tenemos las previsiones del recorrido, intentaremos terminar el recorrido en esta vía, que también es un paseo de mucho éxito.
Yes, here it's also, as we were discussing, this is a very well-known working class. And in the 70s, there was plenty of abandoned lots. And here you could see we are in the children's garden. And there is more than 40 different community gardens in this area. And here you could see also another part, more a regular one, but it's very well known, this area, for these community gardens. And also to highlight your comments related with the Hospitalet. This week, sorry, I was working with students of the School of Architecture, and we were doing a workshop how to transform a school, the outskirts of the school, and how to transform this area to a walking area around the school. Then also in Hospitalet, they are fighting to use streets as walking streets. And in Barcelona, there is a very important movement, Revolta Escolar, school revolt. That means that all the schools are organizing activities and actions to promote that the school has to be situated also doing outside activities. And this is a very, very strong movement currently in Barcelona. And Saturday, they were doing several protests everywhere and occupying the street in several parts of Barcelona. This is a very interesting movement led by the childs, not by the schools, but led by the child. This is a very important new generation movement that, in my opinion, will be very important in the future.
Sí, la revolta escolar es un movimiento muy importante porque reúne las familias, los niños, está ejerciendo una educación ambiental muy importante y seguramente es el futuro de la transformación y del uso del espacio público en la ciudad.
Some bars, you can see here, some bars, they are occupying the street now. And this is, I don't know if it's a correct use of the open streets, but you can see this terrace is here. Maybe it's not a problem because there are not too much people, no, at now, but for me, it's not correct that a terrace use this space for business. Is a space for playing, for walking, but not for bars.
Yeah, this is also here. There is no discussion because all the business and restaurant and bars were struggling a lot economically. Then the citizens of New York and in general also politicians are agree that we could use, as you could see here in front of me, you could see, Elvira, at how all of the bars and restaurants are occupying the streets. But in my opinion, the idea here is more like the park day, you know, this also this movement where you are occupying a spot of a car instead of a spot of a car like here. The idea is to use the parking lot for bars and restaurants. Then here, this is very established, and also there is a law in New York that previous to the pandemic, you cannot drink alcohol outside. And now this is a new we canceled the law, and now all people are allowed to be outside drinking. And in my opinion, it's a new kind of European style of life that's similar than Paris, similar than Barcelona, Madrid. And this is a very new style of life. Then people are very happy to have all of these activities, economic activities, but still it gives a lot of life of streets of New York, mainly the streets are using for cars, and now we use the street for other kind of activities.
Yeah, and actually, this is not only happening in open streets. It's happening everywhere around the city since the pandemic started. After some months, all these terraces have started to blossom. So that's amazing. Maybe we should move because there is some construction here, and I'm sure that you guys are listening to it. So, okay, I hope now it's better. And where are you now? What are you showing us?
Ahora nosotros os queremos enseñar un núcleo donde se han instalado, reconvirtiendo un antiguo edificio industrial, todo un núcleo de empresas cooperativas de gran interés para el barrio y para la ciudad. Es lo que se llama la comunal. En este edificio, que le vamos a dar la vuelta, se han situado toda una serie de grupos, asociaciones, empresas de carácter social, es decir, de la economía social y solidaria. Todas ellas son cooperativas y han reunido esfuerzos para compartir bueno, la rehabilitación de este edificio y los gastos compartidos también. Tenemos aquí una cooperativa que es un restaurante, que también es un restaurante que hace música en directo y que es una de las empresas que ocupan este edificio. Vamos a dar la vuelta. Aquí veis un poco, pues es un edificio, hay una empresa que es restaurante, pero también hace conciertos y música en vivo, o sea que es un centro cultural también.
This is very interesting, Joan, because in front of us, we are in front of an abandoned building. This building is abandoned from the 2000, beginning of the 2000. And this building was a school previous to the 70s. And due to the bankruptcy of New York, this is a primary school, a public school. This school was canceled, was closed in the 70s. And also a very important peace movement, artist movement, and also local communities such as the Puerto Rican occupy this building, and they reused during 30 years or more, from the 70s to the beginning of the 2000s. These were plenty of cooperative, plenty of activities. They had a huge amphitheater theater on the basement, and this was one of the landmarks of the social movement in Manhattan.
I think it was called Charas.
Charas,
Yes.
exactly.
It was like a community center, yeah.
But it was a bottom-up community center. It was not a community center created by the council. It was created by a community-based movement.
Yeah, by the neighborhoods, actually, by people from the neighborhood. So that's even more important.
Then
Here there is, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, here there is a reivindication of neighborhoods that say that Sans Badal is the most density of neighborhoods in Barcelona, and they want more green parks here and reclaim these new areas for parks, and they say too that there is a lot of buildings that are under construction here, and it's not approved with with the Associació de Veïns, with neighborhood association, and this this commission is Salvem Juan de Saba, is a neighborhoods movement that reclaimed this area of the city, and it's super interesting that it's the most area in Barcelona that has more people here that are living here, and we didn't know this thing as this the most density of.
That's really interesting, because here this area is also very dense, and that's why all these community gardens started to appear, because neighborhoods were taking these empty plots and converting them into green areas, because there are not many green areas in this neighborhood. We started at Tompkins Square, that is like, the unique one. So all the other green areas are because of, thank you to the neighbors, that they were transforming some empty plots. So that's very similar.
And also in front of you, you could see very big housing super blocks that were built in the 50s, because a lot of part of this area were demolished by the city, that the real estate developers could create condominiums or other kind of buildings.
This is social housing, right? Or
I'm not sure.
No?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So, no, probably social housing are just on the
Here.
And also now
Ahora
we are in Avenue C. Again, here it's we call also this neighborhood the Alphabet City. And now, as you mentioned, Elvira, here you could see we are in front of the Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space. It's a museum that here you could see an image of the charas, and these people here are promoting all the community-based actions and activities. And
this is the building that we were showing you before, that it was abandoned, the school. This is the same building.
And also you could see, for example, here, they are promoting that now there is a plan for, due to the, there is a flooding area, and they would like to repair, and the coast of Manhattan, they would like also to got a budget to work with real estate developer. Then there is a plenty of actions.
Okay, so we are gonna go inside now
Of this museum. 1 second.
Yeah, 1 second, because we need to put our masks now.
Queremos comentaros también otra empresa o cooperativa que está en este núcleo y que enlaza muy bien con el Museo de Reclaim Urban Space. Y la Ciudad Invisible es una cooperativa que es una librería, es un centro de promoción de la cultura cooperativa y también de la cultura del barrio. Este es un barrio que tenía muchas empresas de carácter cooperativa, muchas entidades, y han constituido aquí una librería y un centro de referencia. También otras empresas o otros grupos que están aquí, pues es el diario La Directa, que es un diario de comunicación crítica, la cooperativa de arquitectos La Col, que es el que ha hecho la rehabilitación de este espacio y también tiene un compromiso social importante, y el colectivo Iridia, que es un colectivo de abogados que están, bueno, defienden causas de derechos humanos, ya sean de violencia institucional o de inmigración, y es una referencia importante. Pues queríamos mostrar este núcleo porque es una semilla importante de construcción crítica en la ciudad.
Yeah, they organize 2 presentations, cultural events, and it's a super nice place to meet people. And we are waiting that we wait that now without pandemia that we will come here.
That's very interesting. Actually, yeah, I saw a question from someone because we are now inside the museum of reclaimed urban space. And yeah, we are going to try to ask the person who is in charge. She's a volunteer, she said, but I saw a question saying that one of the guests wanted us to explain a little bit about this museum. So we would love to know a little bit more if you can explain us what is happening here.
Hi, my name is Carla.
Hello, Carla.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm volunteering at the Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space, and we're in the East Village, New York City. And this is a squatter museum about radical history and squatting. And you can find a lot of literature about, we have Black Lives Matter and books. And this building is actually in a squat.
Okay.
It used to be a squat, like and it still is. It's like a homestead now. Because this neighborhood used to have like a lot of squats in this neighborhood. And I'm volunteering for the day. And the guy who really runs the space, he's not here, he will know more. But they have walking tours here every day. You can walk around the East Village. And
Because the person in charge, I do several, he organized for my students several tours. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For working
Yeah, you can walk
community
tours,
and also
and you go
other.
to the community gardens.
Exactly.
You can see all the community gardens in the neighborhood where there's like a lot of community events that North Museum of Reclaimed Urban Space takes part of. And I'm really just one of the volunteers here. Every day there's like a different volunteer through Sunday that they're open. So,
Excellent.
okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Carla.
Yes, we get a lot of good merchandise. There's books
Thank
and
you.
T-shirts, as you can see.
Here you could see here Lower East Side squatters. There was plenty of squatter, and this is a book, Kill City, how the city has been hurt by this bankruptcy in the 70s, and the struggle of the neighbors of this area. Then, in my opinion, both neighborhoods in Barcelona and New York has similar struggles now related with gentrification.
But yes, this is preserving the history of the neighborhood. And like you said, the history of housing and homelessness. And Tompkins Square Park, which is the neighborhood park.
And now here also there is plenty of projects similar than the project you will see at the end of the walk. There is plenty of demolitions because they would like to build several skyscrapers for wealthy people in the area, in the East River Park. Then people are fighting to stop all of this. Yes. Yeah.
You know, there's a downstairs also. If you want to see, there's an exhibition downstairs.
Okay.
A Black Lives Matter exhibition downstairs.
Good.
So yeah, maybe
Yeah.
while we
could
hear a
go.
little bit more
Thank
from
you.
Barcelona, we will walk down. Thank you so much for that. And yes, you can, I know, you already know that gentrification is a huge problem in this neighborhood. Here we have some other photos.
Protect Black women, all different
Mira,
murals
mira,
that are being built in this area. A lot of artists are involved in this movement.
In Barcelona, I think that we are seeing a community garden now. Joan, Elvira?
Yes.
Is it? Yes?
Estamos en la Horta Alliberada de Sants. Aquí es un jardín comunitario. Vamos a intentar entrar y podemos estar un rato explicando todo esto que comentabais de la gentrificación, que también en el barrio de Sants es importante, como en otros barrios de Barcelona, y cómo este espacio es un espacio comunitario que ha dado especulación y podemos enseñar.
So yeah, we will start walking to another community garden now too, so we can compare both. Yeah, you can see here how people.
Yeah, community gardens.
I don't know if we get live, yeah, now. So yeah, let's start walking to another community garden so you can see.
We will go, this is a picture where we will go now. This is a picture on the 70s, and now you will see the
Change and how it looks now, yeah. So here you can see La Plaza Cultural.
In 76, just the year of the bankruptcy of New York.
Okay.
And there is other, like the 9th Street Community Garden, Esperanza Garden, ABC No Rio Garden Cleanup, Children's Magical, and plenty of, as we mentioned, plenty of community gardens in the Jardín del Paraíso.
Yeah, let's gonna see one in person. So thank you, Clara. Say goodbye, bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, have a great one, bye. Okay, and we are outside again. So and actually we have a community garden in front of us.
The 9th Street Community Garden.
Here you can see that people are starting to use the terraces because it's brunch time already. So and we are approaching to another community garden.
La Plaza Cultural.
The one that Rafael was showing before in the pictures.
And with the different Black Lives Matter, as you know, it's a very important movement that.
Yeah, that started actually after the pandemic. Let's walk this way, maybe.
Yes.
Is there an entrance there?
Yeah, there is an entrance. This is a new fence. I did not remember this fence probably 3 years ago.
And this is the way the neighborhood is called by the Puerto Rican community. Lower East Side, Loisaida.
At the end of every, this month is the Loisaida month. And at the end of the month, during the Memorial Weekend, you have an amazing parade that organize the Loisaida Association, and to promote all different kind of community-based activities and actions. Here you could see this amazing Plaza Cultural.
Yeah, this space is great. You are also inside the community garden in Barcelona, right? I can see the flowers.
Yeah, it's plenty of flowers now. It's super nice place here with a lemon tree. Yeah, people meet here.
And are there people
Normal use
now?
is open to the. Yes, there are people here that having lunch, and another with kids playing. And the normal use here is the neighbors take care of this space and keep the space clean, green, and this is the way to keep this space open for everybody. And there is a garden too with tomatoes here, preparing for tomatoes. And yeah, it's super nice to find this place in the middle of the city, because in Barcelona, in this area, there are not too much green spaces for neighbors. And yeah, the name is L'Horta Alliberada Batega. I'm not sure that the translation is can you translate L'Horta Alliberada Batega? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you translate L'Horta Alliberada Batega? I don't know the English words exactly.
The free community garden, no? Liberad?
No.
Batega? It's,
Batega. I don't know.
L'Horta Alliberada Batega. I don't know la huerta liberada palpita, ¿no? La huerta liberada palpita sería.
Here you could see there is a pond here, and there is in this green furniture there is strawberries and several fruits trees and flowers, roses.
Yeah, and remember that all this is by the neighborhoods, by the neighbors.
Yeah.
This is from the neighborhood. So you can see here.
In 15M, there were in Barcelona a lot of places like this that neighbors occupy the place in the neighbors, but now there is not too much places. It's the gentrification, and there is another time construct another buildings, and this stop at the green places like this one.
Because similar to
here is onions.
Yeah.
Onions.
Here also they are promoting renewable energies, and for the lighting for the garden there are several photovoltaic panels, and oriented south, and this is an initiative that they have done many years ago. And all of these Occupy buildings were promoting bioclimatic and ecological solutions from the 70s. Is one of the most, they have done a lot of experiments, and also Buckminster Fuller was here doing shelters like greenhouse for this area. And this was like a laboratory, ecological construction and initiative laboratory in the 70s, 80s. And still now they are very, very well known in New York.
Can you hear the birds?
Yes.
There are birds here.
Here we also have birds. I don't know if you can hear them.
And you have tomatoes?
Yes, here tomatoes, but it's not, it's only flowers now.
Yeah,
the
of
moment are
course. We are
flowers.
at the beginning of the
At
period.
the beginning, it's flowers, yellow flowers.
Yeah, in 1-2 months, you will have amazing tomatoes.
Yes.
And also they are using like permaculture. I see there is some hay trying to protect the humidity of the soil.
Maybe we could start walking out,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so we are gonna start going back to the street.
And also near here, we have the Loisaida Association. It's an association from the local Puerto Rican community that are promoting artistic residence here and also promoting all different
Hola.
kinds.
No, para nada. No, no somos vecinos. Entramos a mirar el espacio que está precioso. ¿Nos quieres contar algo? Es que estamos, mira, estamos conversando con unos amigos que están en Nueva York, que nos están enseñando también parques.
Ah, vale.
Si
Bueno,
quieres comentarnos algo.
Bueno, nosotros somos vecinos de a mi esposo y venimos con la nena. La idea es como tener unos juguetes, van dejando a los vecinos como colaborando, y también lo del huerto. Entonces estábamos con ella y que pusimos unas alubias y las venimos a dejar plantadas, pero no sabemos como que con qué espacio realmente podemos dejarlas. Y a ver si, porque nunca es como que, nunca se no sé realmente a quién preguntarle.
Ah.
¿Ves? Es eso, pero la idea es genial porque los niños vienen después del cole, hay como, y les encanta ver cómo van creciendo las hortalizas, y es eso.
Está todo súper lindo.
Sí, sí.
Y está lleno de juguetes de niños allí, ya vimos.
Sí, a ella le encanta ver.
Qué lindo. Bueno, pues gracias.
Bueno, vale, adiós.
Chao.
This is the headquarters of Loisaida. And here you could see that at the May 23rd and May 13th, they used to promote an amazing parade. We could see here the Puerto Rican flag. And that, as you know, this year will be a virtual one. And they have done on the last 34 years. This is a very important, and also Viva la Usada, this land is ours. That's a very important motto because they would like to protect the land, the neighborhood from real estate developers that are interested in promote very important skyscraper in the area. If you are interested, Loisaida Inc. YouTube, you could follow the parade next on the following weeks. And here they have several rooms where they organize artistic and also in the basement. And here also they have organizing an exhibition related with all the movement and neighborhood history. Last year, I was involved in this exhibition. Very interesting exhibition, the counter institutions, how institutions, community-based institutions are important to promote solidarity and to promote cultural neighborhood culture.
And Elvira, Joan, what were you showing us now that it says Sin Papeles? What
Sin
was
papeles,
that?
yeah. Sin papeles is that means without papers. It's they reclaim papers for everybody. That people it's illegal here that have no papers to live here in Spain, and they reclaim papers for everybody to anybody. No, nobody is illegal, and this is a intervention that it's everywhere. In
Yeah, they are
Barcelona.
asking for everybody to have a visa so they can stay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
To have permission to.
We call undocumented here.
Yes. And here there is the place of the neighborhoods, the association de Veïns Badal, Brasil, La Bordeta.
What
Here,
street is that? Where are you exactly now?
Now we are in the street. The name is I don't know.
Yeah.
Daoiz Berlade. Em sembla, sí. Daoiz Berlade 30.
Okay.
Daoiz. Sí.
So we are now entering in another community garden.
The Seeds Garden.
So, and remember that all this is done by the neighbors. And where are you going now, Joan, Elvira, that you are walking?
Ahora vamos dirección al mercado Mercat Nou de Sants y accederemos esta es una parte del barrio también muy interesante. Aquí cruzamos un espacio bastante singular que es una antigua riera, una antigua vía de agua que ha quedado como un jardín.
Ajá.
Es una curiosidad de las rieras que cruzaban esta parte de la ciudad y ha quedado como un espacio residual que se ha aprovechado como un jardín de los vecinos. Ahora nos acercamos al mercado, que es un núcleo importante de la cohesión del barrio. Es un mercado que ha sido reformado, es un mercado de inicios del siglo XX y que tiene una arquitectura muy singular.
The marketplaces in Barcelona is a very, very, very important places that traditionally the people buy everything here. Now with the gentrification process, these marketplaces are another kind of market. It's most expensive, it's most elitist, but there are still here. Here is Mercat de Sants, and every neighbor have a marketplace like this.
Yes, here in New York, there was several markets similar than in Barcelona, but they were closed in the 70s due to, as you know, during this period, they were promoting malls outside the city using the car, and all of these markets were demolished or they disappeared. Then still in New York, there is a huge movement of green markets. Today I was in my green market in my neighborhood in Forest Hills this morning. And these green markets are very, very well known, and people used to go. They are ephemeral markets, only 1 day a week or 2 days. Union Square.
Farmers market.
Farmers market, yes. Farmers market. And but in Barcelona, there was a very important policy to maintain these facilities, public facilities, to promote what we call shopping, proximity shopping, comprar a proximitat o locals de proximitat o mercats de proximitat. And all people is walking to the markets with the carts. They own cars. Yes, go ahead.
Here around these traditional markets, it's plenty of little shops, local shops, and there is super nice because you are sure that if you are going to a marketplace, you find everything. It's plenty of these little shops that you can find everything, and it's plenty of people. It's super nice place to meet people, and during the day it's a very concrete place.
Did the pandemic affect this small business?
Yeah, with the pandemic, yeah, most of them, they have to close the business, and now there is like another kind of business. It's going start now. Business that it's more like takeaway, like this kind of. But I am not sure that now, because Joan, he said that today we start another phase of this pandemic, and it's supposed that now it's not too much heavy for little shops or for everybody.
Here you could see also how they use the storefronts for different art, little art galleries. This area also have plenty of little art galleries from local artists, and or also local business like architects or others has their own offices in this area. Here you could see again the school, the abandoned school. This is the other side.
This is at 9th Street. The other one was at 10th Street.
Practically this facility, it's half of the block. It's a huge facility that currently it's abandoned.
And it's in a very bad condition. So, but compared to what you were saying, Elvira, here in New York, we had the same problem, and a lot of small businesses had to close during the pandemic.
And mainly the area of Midtown, that means on between the 30, 40, and 50 streets, where all of the offices building are established. This area is totally abandoned, and we are not in this area, but now they are trying to reuse the storefronts, and they give for free spaces to artists to try to promote again Midtown. And we are not sure that this area will be busy in the following month, because as, for example, previously my son says that to the people who are working for Google, they could work everywhere. Then we will see what will happen with all of these offices building. I'm sure that also a lot of these offices building, they will be converting mixed use, like offices, residential, equipments, facilities, etc. We will see how the city will be transformed and the buildings in the following months and years.
And now we are seeing, where are you, Joan, Elvira? Because we are
Sí,
seeing that
ahora-
it's not an open street. I think it's not a carrer obert, but it's very similar. What is this?
Yes. Estamos en la pasarela, la cubierta de las vías del tren. Ahora os mostraremos una imagen de cómo era esto hace unos años. Por aquí circulan la mayoría, o por no decir casi todos los trenes que entran y salen de Barcelona. Y era un lugar muy agresivo para la ciudad y para los vecinos. Se consiguió tapar las vías que circulan por debajo y se ha construido este paseo ajardinado y que es un espacio ganado para la ciudad y que tiene realmente un éxito enorme, porque es un espacio que no hay circulación, no hay coches, solo hay usos de vecinos y realmente es un modelo que realmente seguramente tiene un coste enorme, pero el beneficio ambiental para los vecinos es considerable. Aquí tenéis una imagen de cómo era este espacio solo hace unos años, es decir, una vía, una zona de entrada de muchas vías. Aquí confluyen el metro y varias líneas de ferrocarril y ahora, pues, como veis, es un lugar, pues, jardín.
Because
Con
can you, because now,
otros
now,
dos.
okay. Yeah, now we are back to our open street, and I was wondering, how many carrers oberts open streets do you have in Barcelona?
En este momento solo tenemos dos, el Carrer de Sants y el Carrer Grande Gràcia, que coinciden con los núcleos, uno de los núcleos históricos de la ciudad, el barrio de Sants y el barrio de Gracia. Pero un elemento importante es que estos espacios sin coches, hay todo un plan de convertir grandes avenidas, grandes calles del ensanche, que es la zona más densa en tráfico y en contaminación, para crear vías permanentes liberadas. La trama regular del ensanche, que es ortogonal, pues crearía cada 4 o 5 manzanas una línea liberada que cruzaría la ciudad en sentido este-oeste y norte-sur. Por tanto, es un plan que dentro de unos años empezaremos a verlo y que ahora veremos cómo, a lo mejor estas pruebas que vemos en Carrer de Sants y Gracia, a lo mejor no se mantienen como usos ocasionales y veremos que se consolide otras vías que se van transformando, que van liberando espacio de coches, que van cambiando pavimentos, que va añadiendo vegetación y que van pacificando todas estas zonas. El debate que quizás se podría plantear también en Nueva York y en Barcelona es si estas mejoras no son un impulso también a la expulsión de los vecinos y al incremento de precios del alquiler y de la vivienda, ¿no? Este es el gran debate de si las mejoras medioambientales son también mejoras en el impacto inmobiliario, ¿no? O sea, que se está trabajando con dinero público para hacer más asequible la revalorización de las propiedades privadas. Este también sería un debate interesante a plantear.
Yeah, this is very interesting, Joan. And also in Manhattan, the real estate was going down on the last few months due that a lot of people flew out of the city, families, and because in New York, the public system of schools was closed, and instead on the suburbs, the schools were open in person. Then plenty of families leave the city, and also professionals because they could work by Zoom with their companies. Then due to that, and there was huge unemployment on the last month. The cost of rent and the cost of to buy a condominium, it's was reduced to 20%, but still Manhattan, it's very expensive.
Sí, este fenómeno también se está dando. Muchas personas están saliendo de las ciudades, también las que pueden trabajar a distancia, y se ha notado pues no podríamos decir éxodo, pero sí un desplazamiento de personas que han ido a pueblos del interior de Cataluña. Esto es interesante porque reequilibra los usos territoriales y libera un poco la zona metropolitana, que está con alta densidad comparada con el resto del país, que tiene zonas de muy baja densidad y bueno, hay pueblos que han podido aumentar un poco la población y darle un respiro también, ¿no? Veremos cómo evoluciona esto, ¿no? Pero este es un elemento interesante también.
And also here, the tourism industry was totally affected, and plenty of tourist hotels were converted for homeless shelters. And this is a very interesting initiative from the mayor. And but still, as you know, international tourism is not going on. And now the city of New York would like to stop similar to Barcelona, all of these hotel plans in the future, because they didn't know if it's reasonable that we continue that the tourism industry has to be one of the main industries of New York. Then still we are rethinking our diverse economy and what kind of economy we would like to promote in the following years.
Exacto. Aquí el debate también ha pillado la pandemia con el bloqueo total de la industria turística, que era importantísima, de muchos millones de visitantes que tenía Barcelona, y el número de hoteles era importante. El 80% ha tenido que estar cerrado, y no conocemos si realmente el debate de fondo ha sido para recomponer el modelo, de ver otras, pero seguramente se tendrá que tomar algunas decisiones importantes para dimensionar el volumen de la economía turística en la economía del país. Estamos ahora en la parte sur del barrio de Sants.
There is a squad here. Can you see this building?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Squad.
yeah.
Was a squad.
Sí.
Yeah. The price of flats, if you can buy something, it's impossible here. If you can rent to live an apartment, it's super expensive. and with this gentrification that it's going for more, too much, for more. And in the city center, the buildings are on sale. Most of them for people from north of Europe, for Russian people. And this is the dramatic situation that we can live in our city. And Barcelona, it's like a desert now. The artists, most of them, are going out of the city, and they rent locals and studies in Hospitalet. And for the business, little business is the same. Small business is the same. And the future in Barcelona, to live in Barcelona, it's only for very rich people. Or there is another possibility. Is a drama, and with pandemia, in the beginning, it seems that the price it's going low for rents and for buy flats, but it's not. This is not the price. It's higher like always, and everything is super high of price. And with pandemia, without pandemia, that not changed, never.
So the prices didn't change with the pandemic, even if people were moving out of the city, because in New York we had this thing that a lot of people moved out and the rental buildings lowered the prices. Did it happen in Barcelona?
No, not here. The price here is the same. It's the same price. It's the same price, that it's not change. With pandemia or without pandemia, the price of buildings, of flats and for rent is the same. It's super, super expensive, and people have lost their jobs with pandemia, and this is a drama. And you can find on the street people sleeping on the street because they lost the rent. They lost the flat. They can pay the rent and they are living on the street. And with pandemia, you can see more people on the street living, and there are no solutions, and anybody do nothing.
Here, Elvira, the mayor has installed a stop eviction process that now people cannot be evicted in New York, in theory.
Yeah, here too. The evictions was stopped, but now that start again. The eviction that continue again.
Okay. And also there is a policy to stop the rent, to pay rents for local business, but still probably in September they will start again to be a free market. Then we will see what will happen. And here we are near this area. We have the East River, and the East River also is you have a highway, and the idea now it's due to the resilience project to try to stop the that Lower Manhattan was a flooding plain. They started to design all of these green areas, but also, as I mentioned, they would like to create several skyscraper. As you mentioned, Elvira, it's a public-private partnership, and we will see what will happen, because all of these incredible and higher skyscraper skyscraper do a lot of shade on the neighborhood, and people lose sun from the windows, then it's and good views. Then there is a lot of controversy, and as we were mentioned, people needs affordable housing, not wealthy buildings for as a speculation process, economic speculation process.
Rafa, ¿queréis seguir cerrando? Hacer
Sí.
unas conclusiones.
Son las 6:30. Here there is another place that is waiting, another construction
No,
here.
es una verde.
It's green. It's a green park.
Sí,
I didn't know.
this area is for a new park.
Good. In my opinion, we have done 2 amazing walking tours. In the Sands neighborhood and Lower East Side neighborhood. In my opinion, they have plenty of similarities, but also, as you have seen, plenty of differences due to the pandemic. And still, all of these initiatives, we will see if the the cities will maintain these changes and this open or Obrim Carrers. And thank you so much, Elvira and Joan, for your description. And also here, Helena and I will say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, let's.
By Zoom. We are here.
Gracias.
Thank you.
De nada.
See you soon.
And thank you everybody
Son.
connected to join
See you
us.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Muchas gracias. Chao.
Next time for our next walk.
For our next walk.
Bye.
We can meet the
You-
next walk. Yes.
You could open the
Gracias a todos los que han participado online y por sus mensajes que muchos no hemos podido leer, pero no contestar. Gracias.
Much for all the comments. And actually, if you want to reach out, if you have any questions and that we can answer, maybe we could email. So if you want to write to info, we can put it in the chat or we can try. But if you have any questions, you can reach us and we will be more than happy to answer your questions. And thank you for joining us. And we hope you enjoyed it. We did.
Yeah, we will write the contact on the website, on the chat. Once,
Yeah, also, otherwise, on the website that is linked to this event, you can find the contact page and you can also write to this contact page. We will read it and we will answer to you any question you can have. And we should.
you have any question, you could talk now, if you would like.
Yeah, you can open. Actually, you can open your
Cameras
yeah. A lot of people are opening
And
their
your
cameras. I
and
love
your
that.
micro,
And
and
you can unmute yourselves.
you could ask anything to me or to Joan.
So we cannot hear you, Elvira. I don't know if you have muted yourself.
Sorry?
Oh, we thought that you were talking. I could.
Yes.
But if anybody has questions, maybe we could close.
Maybe.
Nadia, do you have a question? Miriam? Nadia, go ahead.
No. ¿Quieres decir algo?
You were
No.
muted, Nadia. If you can open your mic. Okay,
Yes, because you are only muted. We have to
that's
check.
true. Sorry, we apologize for that, but we had to control. So, okay. So you cannot unmute yourselves. I'm so sorry.
Okay, see you in next time, maybe in another
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, if you like this walk, you can just let us know, and we maybe we can organize another walk in a different area. Maybe we can visit a Superilla in Barcelona.
Yes,
and
yes.
we can. Yeah, that would be
perfect idea.
amazing, and we can compare with another
Yes.
place in New York. And
Okay.
yeah, so that would
We
be
can
great.
try to walk in another Superilla, and yeah, could be nice.
That would be amazing.
See you again.
Okay, so thank you so much, everybody.
Thank
Muchas
you.
gracias. Nos vemos
Now,
pronto.
right?
Hasta luego.
Bye.